Have you ever considered that your body is listening, not just with your ears but with every cell, every organ, especially your gut? It responds to the rhythm of your life, to every sound around you. What if the key to better health isn't just what you eat, but what you hear? We focus on medicine, diet, and exercise, but sound is a powerful, overlooked force shaping our well-being. Imagine your body as an orchestra. Your heart the beat, your lungs the melody, your gut the sensitive strings. When the world is chaotic, it's like a musician playing off-key, throwing your internal harmony into disarray. This is about learning to conduct your own internal symphony, using sound to restore balance and peace. Meet Sarah. She had a successful city life, demanding job, busy social calendar, endless ambition. But beneath the surface, her body whispered discomfort she tried to ignore. Her story doesn't start with a diagnosis or diet, but with a growing awareness of the noise around her and how deeply it affected her. We are not separate from our environment, we are deeply connected. The sounds of our lives, sirens, traffic, phone notifications, aren't just background noise. They're signals our bodies must process. For Sarah, these signals created a storm inside, especially in her gut. Her healing began when she questioned the soundtrack of her life, and wondered if she could change the tune. Sarah lived in the heart of London, her flat a vessel for the city's relentless energy. From her alarm clock to the tube, the office, and the street outside, her days were a cascade of noise. She thought she'd adapted, but her body was keeping score. Years of digestive issues, bloating, cramps, unpredictable bathroom trips became her constant draining companion. She tried elimination diets, supplements, and saw specialists, but nothing solved the root cause. Stress from her demanding job only made things worse. Lunches at her desk, deadlines, and pressure became her norm. She knew stress was bad, but it felt unavoidable. She couldn't just quit or escape the city. Trapped in a cycle of stress, noise, and gut distress, she saw no clear path to relief. The city's symphony was her own, and it was breaking her down. Something had to change. One stressful Tuesday, the connection between noise and pain became undeniable. During a high-stakes presentation, a pneumatic drill erupted outside, shattering her focus. Instantly, a sharp cramp shot through her abdomen, her body's visceral reaction to sound. Later, the screech of the tube's brakes triggered the same gut-wrenching pain. It wasn't just stress, it was the physical impact of noise. Suddenly, every blaring horn or slammed door made her stomach clench. The city she once loved now felt like a minefield. She felt powerless, a prisoner of her environment. That evening, the distant wail of a siren left her in despair. She'd changed her diet, her routine, nothing worked. How could she change the sound of an entire city? The link between external noise and internal pain was clear, but the solution seemed impossible. She felt trapped, defeated, and at her breaking point. But this clarity was the first step. Something had to give. Desperate, Sarah searched online. Not for IBS cures, but for answers about noise and pain. She discovered the gut-brain axis, a two-way conversation between brain and gut, connected by the vagus nerve. This nerve controls our rest and digest response. When we're calm, the vagus nerve tells the gut to relax and function smoothly. But stress, including noise, triggers fight or flight, flooding the body with stress hormones and shutting down digestion. For Sarah, city noise kept her body in a constant state of emergency. Suddenly her symptoms made sense. Her body wasn't broken, it was protecting her. The real problem was her environment, not her biology. Chronic auditory stress kept her gut from ever feeling safe. The noise wasn't just annoying, it was a biological signal her gut couldn't ignore. With this new understanding, Sarah felt hope. If negative sounds triggered stress, could positive sounds promote healing? Research suggested yes, certain sounds and music can stimulate the vagus nerve and activate relaxation. She didn't need to change the city, just her personal soundscape. She invested in noise-canceling headphones, listening to gentle rain or birdsong on her commute. At work she played soft, ambient music to create a bubble of calm. Then she discovered humming, a simple way to self-soothe and stimulate the vagus nerve. She committed to humming for 5 minutes each morning and whenever stress hit. It felt silly, but the vibrations were a direct message to her body. You are safe. She curated her auditory diet, just as she once curated her food. These small changes gave her a sense of control. She began a 1-week experiment, changing her sound, and seeing what happened. It was time to listen differently. The first days brought subtle shifts. With headphones on the tube, Sarah felt calmer, less frazzled. Humming became a grounding ritual, anchoring her in moments of stress. By midweek, she noticed less bloating and discomfort after meals. Eating lunch in a park, away from office noise, brought relief she hadn't felt in months. The usual gut tightness faded. By week's end, her symptoms had eased. Bloating reduced, cramps gone, digestion regular. But the change was deeper than physical. She felt calmer, more focused, and in tune with her body. She hadn't changed her diet or taken new medication, just her soundscape. By curating her auditory environment and using her own voice, she guided her body from stress to balance. The internal storm quieted, revealing a piece she'd forgotten. Sarah realized healing could be as simple as changing what you hear. Her journey was just beginning. Sarah's story reflects a growing scientific understanding. Sound profoundly affects our bodies. The gut-brain axis is the key. Harsh noise triggers fight or flight, inhibiting digestion. Calming sounds do the opposite, activating rest and digest via the vagus nerve. Nature sounds, gentle music, and binaural beats signal safety, improving gut function. Humming is a powerful tool. Its vibrations stimulate the vagus nerve, increasing nitric oxide and promoting calm. This is a simple biohack. Use sound to shift your nervous system from stress to relaxation. Healing isn't always in a bottle or on a plate. Sometimes it's in your headphones or your own voice. Notice how different sounds make you feel, not just in your mind but in your body. Try your own experiment. Swap chaotic noise for calming sounds. Hum for a few minutes daily. You might be surprised by the results. Your journey to better gut health and a better life could begin the moment you decide to listen. The symphony of your body is waiting for a new conductor. What will you choose to hear? The power is in your hands and your ears.